Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, as always, I just want to say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I'm going to be showing y'all the most rare and best Glitchy 6'8 center that you can possibly make in NBA 2K23. Now, this is going to be the best and most rare center build going into Season 3. So again, before we get any further into today's video, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button. But be sure to go ahead and comment down TG for thank God as well as where you're tuning in from watching today. And I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with a response. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this build. So we're going to get started by putting it under the center position. And everything is going to be crucial about this build, especially when it comes down to the body settings. Now, I'm going to go with 6'8 for the height, just so we're able to get Hall of Fame quick first step. 215 for the weight, so I'm able to get most out of my speed. And then max out your wingspan to 7'6 to get the contact dunks, especially for defensive purposes. And then for the body shape, as always, y'all, I'm trying to take up the most space on the defensive end. I'm going to go ahead and pick builds, and we're going to be set to go. Now let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the physicals. So for my speed, I'm going to go 78, 77 acceleration, 79 strength, 75 vertical with an 87 stamina. Now we're going to be able to get that gym rat badge or do the Gatorade facility workouts. Now with the +4 added to each of these areas, we're going to have a 91 stamina, 79 vertical, 83 for the strength, 81 acceleration with an 82 speed. Now, if you want to make adjustments on any of these 5 areas, you can definitely do so. I'm going to leave it like this for this build, but I'm telling y'all, you have to make sure that you follow along to get the exact build name that I'm bringing to y'all today. And I most definitely promise you that this is probably a center build that you have not seen yourself. So from here, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. So we get 22 badges for the pass accuracy 80, 89 ball handle with the 77 speed with ball. Now, as you can see right here, if you want to make any adjustments towards these numbers, you can do so. But look, I like the fact that we get the badges of Ankle Breaker and Hall of Fame and Quick First Step. Now, for the gold badges that I'm looking at, Hyperdrive, and then we're also able to get Vice Grip, Killer Combos, Unpluckable, and then also Clamp Breaker. Now, for the silver badges, I'm liking Bailout as well as Handles for Days. And pretty much this is what we're going to be looking like for the playmaking. Let's go ahead and take it into the defensive end. So for the defense, we get 26 badges. For the interior defense, I'm going to go 91, 81 for the perimeter, 95 steal on this build, 70 block, 69 offensive rebound with a defensive of an 85. Now for the Hall of Fame badges that I'm looking at, off-ball pest as well as workhorse. Now for the gold badges, I like box out beast, post lockdown, even menace with interceptor and glove. Now for the silver badges, we even get brick wall, silver chase on artist, pogo stick, rebound chaser, and challenger. And then for our bronze badges, I'm happy that we still get anchor as well as clamps. Now so far so good, especially when it comes down to what we're able to do with the dribbling. Now on the defensive end, I think we're going to be able to guard any position 1 through 5. From here, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Now we get 18 badges for the shooting. Now for the Hall of Fame badges, we get Slippery Off Ball and Comeback Kid. Now for the gold, I like Space Creator, also Volume Shooter with Mini Magician. And then for the silver, I like Amped Green Machine, also Corner Specialist and even Catch and Shoot. And then for the bronze, we're able to get Agent 3, Deadeye, and then Limitless Range still. Now with these numbers, look, I went with the 76 for my mid-range, 78 3-pointer with a 75 free throw to be able to play 5v5. Now if you want to go higher on these numbers, you can do so. The only thing is you're going to have to make adjustments towards your playmaking, defense, or finishing. But this is going to be the perfect setup that you can possibly go with if you want to maintain a rare build name. Now again, if you do go over an 80, you're not going to be able to get the center build that I'm bringing to y'all today. So you have to make sure that you follow along with each and every step as we go into the creation of this build. Now let's go ahead and wrap it up with the finishing. Now we get 12 badges. For the close shot, I'm going 59, 73 driving layup, 85 driving dunk with a 40 standing dunk. Now with these 12 badges, we get Giant Slayer on gold, Pro Touch, and Aerial Wizard. Now keep in mind, if you do add the 4 extra badges from my career towards this area, we're going to be able to get Bully, Posterizer, Slithery, or even Limitless Takeoff. Now it really comes down to how you upgrade this build and which adjustments you make. But we're still able to maintain Fearless Finisher, Rise Up, we even get Back Down Punisher, and a few extra bronze badges. Now in total, with everything added up together, we're going to be able to get up to 78 badges before adding the 4 from my career. Now on top of all that, I'm telling y'all, the biggest thing that's going to play a huge effect on this build is going to be the takeovers. So as you can see, look, we get the shot creating, sharpshooting, playmaking, and then to wrap it up, we get the defensive. Now, if you add in the boost from when your takeovers applied and activated, you get a plus 10 from each of these areas. Now, if you do end up running with a teammate that does have on floor general, and you do end up buying your own boost, you have the potential of a 99 plus ball handle, interior and perimeter defense, as well as our steal. Now the shooting will be brought up into the high 90s with boost, but so far I'm going to go ahead and pick my first takeover as Limitless Range. Now if you want to break ankles, I would go ahead and pick the shot creating. Now overall, just to wrap this build up to be best all around, I would go ahead and say Extreme Clamps, or you can go ahead and pick Enhanced Jump Shot Contest. Now perimeter badge drop is pretty solid as well. Now from here, let's go ahead and check out the name to make sure that we made it correctly. And if you were patient and didn't skip to this part of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. Now we should get these 3 comparisons on the screen, and together we have created the two-way point center, easily the most rare center build in all of 2K23 on next gen. Now if you followed along with exactly how I created this build with y'all, you should be able to make it on current gen as well. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at what we're looking like maxed out. But also, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of these badges. Now let's just go ahead and get into this together. So the first couple badges that I'm going to throw on, Gold Giant Slayer as well as Pro Touch. And then when it comes down to the next 6 badges, look, you can go about this based off your own preference, but I'm going to go ahead and say, if you want to, you can even go ahead and put your core badge as Aerial Wizard. I'm not going to use this badge today, so I'm going to go with Silver Back Down Punisher. Another one that I like is going to be Rise Up. And then for the final 3, I'm going to go with Acrobat, Dream Shake, and then you can even go ahead and put on Post Spin Technician. Now remember, if you do add the 4 extra badges towards this area, we're going to be able to get Bully, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, or Slithery. Now let's go ahead and get into the shooting. So with this area, to start out, I'm going to go with Amped on Silver. I also do like Space Creator and then Volume Shooter. Now from there for tier 2, I'm going to go Green Machine and then Agent 3. And then for my bronze core badge, I'm going to go with Limitless Range. Now with the 3 remaining badges, I'm going to go ahead and put on Gold Slippery Off Ball. And if you want to, you can make the adjustment to get it on Hall of Fame. This is what we're going to work with when it comes down to the shooting. Now when it comes down to the playmaking, I'm going to go with Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker. You also need to throw on Gold Hyperdrive. Now when it comes down to tier 2, go with Quick First Step on Hall of Fame, and that's going to unlock tier 3. Now for my core badge, I'm going to go ahead and put on Killer Combos, use my badge points for silver handles for days, and then for the final 3, you can go with Vice Grip, Bailout, anything from tier 1. It really comes down to your own playstyle. I'm going to leave it like this, and if you want to change any of the badges, you definitely can do so. Now when it comes down to the defensive end, I'm going to go with Gold Box Out Beast. Now I also do like Post Lockdown. And then for tier 2, Chase Down Artist, Glove on Gold, Interceptor as well. And right here for tier 3, as my core badge, I'm going to go ahead and say Rebound Chaser is going to be the more essential badge. And then for my actual badge points, I'm going to throw on Bronze Anchor. Now with this final remaining badge, I'm going to go ahead and put on Workhorse. And this is pretty much what we're going to be looking like for this build. Now with the jump shots, these are going to be the options that you have to pick from. Now if you did make this build exactly how I brought it to y'all today, let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy, and would you make any changes or adjustments? But here's the two-way point center for y'all. Easily the best and most rare Season 3 center going into 2K23. So again, man, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who stuck around to the end. I truly appreciate y'all. But man, with all that being said, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smacked that like button. But be sure to go ahead and drop a like on this video. But more so than anything, God bless y'all. I hope you had a good time. And with all that being said, man, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.